BOLO, ha ha, BOLO, ha ha, BOLO, ha, BOLO, ha, BOLO, ha ha, BOLO, ha ha, BOLO, ha, BOLO,
Good morning, bird brains. Welcome back to another Camaro video. I know you guys have been asking a lot about the Camaro lately, and I've been really slacking on giving you guys Camaro videos. So today's video is going to be pretty much just a Camaro vlog telling you what I've been doing with it so far, my plans for it, etc, etc. But first, I got to get something to drink because it's hot and I'm tired and my throat hurts. I'm thirsty. Bruh. What's your guys' energy drink of choice? I'm a big fan of sugar-free Red Bull myself. If you've been on the channel for a while, you could probably remember the sugar-free Red Bull and orange juice concoction that I was talking about. That will wake you up real nice, but unfortunately with this keto diet, I can no longer have orange juice. All right, so what we're doing today is actually going down to Harbor Freight Tools to pick up some tools for another video that you have either already seen or are about to see. And this new Harbor Freight that I have to go to now that I've moved is kind of not in the best area. I mean, I don't think they ever really are. I think that's kind of their stereotype. God damn it, come on. All right, yeah, that's cool. You can go first. That was my turn. No big deal. Like I said, that is not the purpose of today's video. Today's video is telling you guys about the Camaro. So I know when I first introduced the Camaro, I had plans of, doing a build series and customizing it and upgrades and yada, yada, yada. But I don't think that that is going to be actually what happens. But first, let me tell you about what I've been doing with the car so far. Now, there has been a build series episode that you guys haven't seen. It's been like 3 or 4 months now since I recorded it. I basically did the graphics on the back. Here's a picture for graphics. I did like a vinyl wrap with the badges, and then I blacked out some of the front trim, blacked out the emblem, just little cosmetic changes here and there to make it look not so stock. And I love the way it looks now. I think it looks so clean. And I was actually going to black out some of the marker tint, like the orange and red on the sides. And I had full intention of doing that, but I was going to do the spray application similar to how I did on my truck because I really like the way it looks. It's really clean and it's a lot cheaper than buying the vinyl decal tint. So I was going to do that, but I was waiting for a day for it to be not too hot and not too humid, and then summer hit. So of course it's not going to be anytime soon before I can do that because you have to have very specific temperature range and very specific humidity range for it to work right and for it to not suck, basically. So I kind of put that on the back burner. I could technically put out the graphics because those are done, they look fine. I'll just have to go back and see kind of how I ended the video and see if there's a way I can make it look like I didn't take 3 months in between the shots, which is probably going to be very hard because I'll probably be about 50 pounds heavier in those shots. But anyways, so yeah, that's the only real work I've done with the Camaro. And the reason that is because this car is just so perfect for me. I don't really have to do anything else. It's already got the black wheels. It's already got the upgraded wheels. It already has the upgraded exhaust. It already has the upgraded suspension. It already has the black hood, which makes it look cool, I guess. It already has the upgraded aerodynamics package. So it has the lip in the front and the spoiler in the back. It has pretty much all of the stuff that I would do to it if I were to buy it, or if I were to buy a stock Camaro. Now, of course, this is the 1LE, so it already has those options from the factory. But even with this car being stock, it is so much fun to drive. We actually took it out onto the Twisted Sisters with a couple buddies of mine, Hasso, which you guys know, and then Justin. That was the guy that helped me film that one build series on Miss Bird's bike. And it just tore those roads up. The handling on this car is just so mind-boggling for it being 4,300 pounds. And even when you're not just thrashing it around and making it do stuff it's not supposed to do. It is just a blast to drive. This thing is comfortable, it's decently quiet, it's just fun to drive. You know, when you get that new car and you've got that new car feeling to where every time you're about to drive it, you get kind of excited? That hasn't worn off on this car. Like I said, it's been 3 or 4 months now, and I still get excited to drive this thing every single time I get to drive it. And that kind of brings me to my next point, which is drivability. Now, there are a couple things I would like to do to this car to enhance its performance. For example, I would like to do headers. I would like to do not an actual exhaust, but a better exhaust system. It has the MPP from the factory, but I feel like it's not as good as, say, for example, like a Corsa catback or something like that. So I want to do headers, I want to do exhaust. I would also like to lower it about 1 inch. But when you lower your cars, man, you throw yourself into such big hassles. Like going over speed bumps becomes an issue. I mean, this car is already pretty low as it is. And that's just not something I really want to do right now while this is my daily driver. Now, granted, I don't drive it daily because I work from home. Also, Miss Bird drives us to work some of the times because we work at the same place. So that's super convenient, and I could, if I wanted to, justify, not having a super driver-friendly vehicle. But I don't want to right now. It doesn't appeal to me right now. I drove the Trans Am daily for almost 2 years, and that car was extremely loud. It was extremely uncomfortable. It was very low, so it was not very drivable. It wasn't very driver friendly. And although it's so much fun to take that car out in the streets and mess around, having to, go get groceries in it is not the most ideal situation. Now, the headers and exhaust, I could deal with a louder car. I don't feel like that would get as annoying as having a lowered car, and I could use a little bit extra power. This car just is so stupid powerful. I know it's nothing to like a Shelby GT there's numerous cars that are more powerful than this. I'm not trying to say it's a freaking Lamborghini killer, but for just normal everyday driving, this car has a lot of power. It has more power than my Trans Am did. Thankfully, this car has enough technology in it to where that power is pretty tame and is very subdued if you don't take off all the nannies. So it has StabiliTrak built in. It also has another race competition mode, StabiliTrak competitive mode. So that kind of takes off some of the most of the nannies, if I believe. But with all that stuff on, you can punch it and the car just sticks. It will, of course, kill the power when you start slipping and stuff like that. But I mean, if you're trying to throw it around a corner, not gonna happen. It'll slip for about a foot and then you'll just go straight. The technology built in this car is amazing. So even though it is a 400 horsepower car, daily driving it around town, even if you are being a little bit of a hooligan, is maintainable and it's decently safe. So going back to the build series, now I still want to build this car eventually. Like I said, maybe once it's not my daily driver, I can turn into more of a fun race-focused vehicle. And at that point, I've got tons of options I can do. Roll cage, suspension, just make it a race car. But as of right now, I think my financial goals have kind of changed a little bit. I know I mentioned in other videos that I want to pay off the Dyna in under a year, and there's no way I'm going to be doing that if I'm throwing money at the car. So I kind of just have to be an adult and just leave my car alone and focus on paying off the bike while still upgrading the bike every now and then. And on cars, everything is just so much more expensive. Not only that, I don't have the tools nor the skills to do a lot of the work myself. So things like suspension I could probably do myself, but it's such a hassle. I don't have a lift like I do for the bike. I don't have the experience or the knowledge, and if I mess up a bike, it's like, whatever, it's a bike, it's cheap. If I mess up a car, it's like, that's expensive. So all in all, the Camaro build series will be taking kind of the back seat for now while we focus on the bike stuff. Part of me even thinks that I should just not even show the Camaro anymore. I don't know what you guys would think about that, but when we went and did the Twisted Sisters ride, it was like I just want an escape. It's funny because bikes used to be my escape from everything else, and now I need an escape from the escape. Because now every time I'm riding, I'm recording and trying to get content, and usually now I'm leading a group of 20 plus bikes, and it's stressful. It really is, and like I said, I just need an escape from the escape. And so when we took the cars out, I didn't take any camera equipment. I didn't worry about getting any footage. I didn't worry about recording anything. And I just focused on having fun. And I had a blast. It was a fun day. We got rained out, unfortunately. But other than that, it was just a fun time. So part of me kind of just wants to just let the Camaro be my thing and just keep it offline as much as possible. But I don't know. I'm still just kind of trying to feel it out. All right, guys, so that's pretty much it for today's video. I kind of said everything I needed to. I hope you guys had all of your questions answered. If I didn't answer them, please feel free to leave them down there in the comment section below. Oh God, that threw Red Bull all over my seats. If I didn't answer your questions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll answer them as soon as I possibly can. Other than that, guys, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't already, go ahead and punch that subscribe button. And as always, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.